It's a lovely Sunday morning in southeast London, and we're filming today with this setup here, Sony FS5 Atomos Inferno recorder, recording raw out into this, but it's ProRes. The exciting thing is this though, the Fuji MK 50-135, the longer focal length brother to this lens, the 18-55 cine lenses for E-mount. These are beautiful lenses. I've used this one for a number of months, and we're going to spend the day filming around London. So checking our back focus through the entire zoom range. This is par focal, and to make sure it all works, we do with the focus chart, we can adjust our back focus here until it is in focus all the way through, and then once you found that point, you lock it down.
The Fujinon MK 50-135mm t2.9 is the same weight as the 18-55, has the same filter diameter, is the same length. What's different, of course, is that focal length. A slight crossover at the wide end, 50mm to 135. This range is equivalent on a full frame camera around 70 to 200mm. That standard telephoto range that is so useful when out and about shooting. The key features of this lens are the same as its wider brother. Par focal, so it keeps its focus throughout the zoom range. You don't need to change it once it's been set. Constant aperture t2.9 throughout the zoom range, whether you're at full wide or full telephoto, the amount of light that goes through this lens is exactly the same. A smooth 200-degree focus rotation, the perfect amount to get that fine focus. And no focus breathing. When you rack focus, the image size doesn't change. Of course, it has a smooth aperture and a very handy macro dial on the camera end of the lens.
We'll get last few shots now before we move to the second location. I've switched to the 18-55 for some whites. Normally when I go out and shoot documentaries, I have a bag full of lenses. It's nice to be able to go out with just the two zoom lenses. So I've got the 18-55, I want to get tighter shots. I'm going to switch to the 50-135.
This sort of filming style, going out and about and finding your shots, is very typical of my documentary style, and these two lenses completely cover the range I needed. To be able to go out with two cinema lenses of this quality, which cover this range and at this speed of t2.9, is fantastic. They weigh less than 1 kilogram, makes going out and filming and just having one single bag with a spare lens in an absolute joy.
Last shots of the day. One of my favourite spots in London. Symmetry is always slightly off in St Paul's and Millennium Bridge, but it's worth getting, and it's a great way of showing the extremes of how tight I can get on the end of 135 and how wide on the 18mm.
All of these features are fantastic, but if the image quality wasn't good, there's no point. Thankfully, the image quality is not just good, it's fantastic. So sharp, so beautiful. The image out of these lenses and the bokeh, the outer focus area, looks wonderful. Without question, these two lenses have become my favourite lenses to shoot with the Sony FS line. They are absolutely beautiful.